Bienvenidos al partido de hoy.
Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader.
Think a decent chance! And he's done it!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Madrid have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
Great vision.
Mbappe!
Bellingham. Spread it left. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Eder Militao. Koundé. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vinicius Junior. And he's managed to get free. This looks promising. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Now it's Mbappe. De Jong. Pass somewhat off target. Quality ball. And it's Arda Güler. Arda Güler. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's picked his way through. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Schneider is eyeing up his options in the middle. And that has been knocked clear. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Eder Militao going forward. Dink through. Good ball, good take. Goes for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Point-blank header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, I it for the way they were quick to close him down.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, it's a great ball here. Bellingham. He's got away. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
He's had a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Vinicius Junior deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Now, can they get him away? He's found a way through, and it's made its way to him. He's having a shot! And that is well cleared. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Dani Olmo. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now that's been intercepted. Güler. And he's intervened well there. He's looking wide. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Güler. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Looking for options for movement. He has found the way through. Eder Militao. And he welcomes it in. And the shot! And he's stuck it away. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Knocks it into space. Nicked it back promptly. He's in plenty of space here. Dani Olmo, he's shifting through the gears here. Rudiger is there and he can get that clear. Now it's Mbappe. Takes a shot! Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Vinicius Junior, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Now it's Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch, with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Madrid are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. The second half then, just getting going. Now it's Yamal. Now it's De Jong. De Jong. Oh, that's fabulous. Yamal. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior making good progress. He is through here. Eder Militao does really well to win the ball there. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? No, not quite on the same wavelength. That is good alertness. Bellingham. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Cucurella. Yamal. De Jong. Tries to play it through. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Pau Kubasi defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Now it's Mbappe, and he's managed to get free. Mbappe proves just a little... Shot, surely! Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Now that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Madrid have their lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, He's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And the through ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Eder Militao. Madrid have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Schneider, oh, nicely intercepted. Goulet. Now it's Mbappe. Goulet. Nicely weighted ball. Pau Kubasi makes the interception. And here's Mbappe. Cucurella gets over and intercepts. Now that looks a decent ball. Bellingham.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Schneider. Goulet. Oh, easy pickings there. Dani Olmo. Schneider. Dani Olmo in acres of space out wide. And it's turned away. Out of play for a throw.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 20. Hazard. El dorsal 24. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15, el dorsal 18, el dorsal 8.
Madrid can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He's shifting through the gears here. Endrick has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. Getting up there! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And it's Hazard. He has found the way through. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Great chance here from position A1. Endrick! Now it's De Jong.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Nicely shaped ball. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Can he get on the end of this? He can run onto that. He's got away. And a chance! Oh, good finish. And this is getting better and better. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Al Kubasi wins the duel this time. De Jong. Oh, that's a key interception. Valverde. Now he's got space here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Now it's Camavinga. Yamal. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knows what's coming, a second yellow, and he's off. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Vinicius Junior. Good running, strong and purposeful. Great ball if he can get there. Koundé, Chouameni, and it's been played through. Now it's Yamal.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
De Jong! Ferran Torres. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Madrid played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right...
Well, the next couple of hours or so will be critical in deciding their ultimate fate. Having made their intentions clear, chance to make it happen. It is all eyes forward and full steam ahead. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So things are underway. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That's what sets him apart, for me anyway.
There's the crossfield ball. Yamal. Yamal ventures forward. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's had it taken off him. That's really well cleared. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Yamal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Lamine Yamal actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Now it's Rafinha. Quarter of an hour played. Now it's Endrick. Harrison wins the duel this time. Looking for a runner. Floated through. And the finish! Mbappe is magnificent! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
There you go. That's what happens when you've got top-class talent.
Madrid have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Looking for options for movement. Yamal in acres of space out wide. He's having a shot! Oh, special! That is a special goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. They are purring, truly purring. You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just...
Mbappe, he's through all shapes to suit. Oh, he has absolutely drilled that. Madrid have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. And a chance! It's off target and by quite a way. Madrid have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Sunset. And that should get the job done. They've played it short. Oh, such a clever touch. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's fabulous. Hazard. And that is expertly dealt with. Pedri. Rafinha. And it's De Jong. Now it's Yamal. Arda Güler. That is great defending, so alert.
Güler really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That is a brilliant interception. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Has to go back here. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Yamal. He's picked his way through. Takes a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. No way through, so back it comes. Now it's Endrick. Howson does well to get it back. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now this could be a chance. De Jong. Chouameni. And it's Sunset. Now it's Rafinha. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Güler. Sunset. That is ended up in no man's land. Camavinga. Güler. Camavinga. Now it's Yamal. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. And they've got rid. The message is clear, none shall pass. And that is the end of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, Peter, 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Madrid looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. He's on it, can he get away? Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Hazard. Just eases him off the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Yamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best, and he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mbappe bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Endrick, and he's worked it through. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now it's Endrick, and it's been played through. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Sunset really couldn't have done much better with that. He was under so much pressure.
Madrid get their 4th corner. Yamal with the short one. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Shoots! It's in! Right back in the game! Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Just 1 in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Sunset. That has not gone well. And he's quick to return it.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? This is the time you need that pace.
Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. And that has been cut short. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 20 será sustituido por el dorsal 15.
Camavinga is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Endrick was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
That was lovely, that.
Sunset did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Rafinha. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here. Play on the right, he's driving forward. It's a pretty loose pass.
Madrid clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
That tackle was certainly sturdy. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5, Hazard. El dorsal 10 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 18.
Goulet has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former.
Big chance! Madrid have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. There's a sharp little ball here. Goulet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Knocks it into space. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tchouaméni is the guilty party there. Vinicius Junior.
Pretty robust defending.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
No, not quite. Out of play for a throw.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He'll try from distance! And for a moment, time stood still.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Tchouaméni. Endrick. Very much into the last knockings. Not the most accurate pass. Pedri does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Balde puts a cross in. A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Well, we're on the way.
Peter, I think there's a good chance that opposition strikers today will have their work cut out with Vitor Baia, simply because he's been a high achiever all through his career, and that winning mentality remains very, very strong.
Yeah, they judge keepers by absence of mistakes, and he makes very few.
I'd be happy playing with him behind me.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Roberto Carlos! Tremendous from Roberto Carlos!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
De Jong! And that would have been some goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Yamal pinches it off him. And he cuts out the supply. De Jong. That's destined for the flank. Hazard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he plays one through. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Howson attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Baia punts it upfield. Deco engages and forces him off the ball. Mbappe powering forward here. Referee has just said play on. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. That's an imaginative pass. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And it's Arda Güler. Güler has got himself a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. And now as good a time as any to pull level. And here's Ferran Torres. And he's found a way past. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Good ball, good take. De Jong. Now it's Ferran Torres. That is ended up in no man's land. Mbappe. Camavinga. This is De Jong. That has not gone well. And here's Mbappe. It's run loose here. And there's the shot! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Mbappe is standing over this one. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Mbappe! That's going to go a long way. Throw in.
Barcelona really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. De Jong. Now it's Yamal. Mbappe. And here's Goulet. He's found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Roberto Carlos has found the net here, of course. Cruyff. And he's let fly. And that's definitely not his best. Well, there's the clearance. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Mbappe. Played down the flank. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Picked out brilliantly. It's Asa! And that was very necessary. It's a pretty loose pass. That's the end of the first 45. It's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Madrid currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong match...
Can he finish? There was plenty of power on that. Dani Olmo can so... Oh, he's been caught napping! Howson tries to clear. Yamal, can he get on the end of this? Mbappe! Oh, he's... Mbappe! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Koundé clears without hesitation. Mbappe is onto this. Roberto Carlos.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Madrid still behind thanks to that solitary strike. And the pass is intercepted. Camavinga clears. Goulart with the foul. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Great vision.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. A vicious ball here.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
And it's Olmo. That's good running with the ball. He's had it taken off him. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that...
Decent chance! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.